What's up, guys? TLC here again, and just want to talk a little bit about some goal setting. It's the beginning of the year, 2023. It's a perfect time to set some goals for yourself, whether they're personal goals, physical goals, work-related, relationship-related, doesn't matter. I wrote a couple down myself, and it's very beneficial to set a goal and then accomplish it, right? That being said, we also don't want to set goals that are kind of outlandish, generally something that we probably cannot accomplish, but it's a goal in our head, right? It's like someone saying, I want to be a millionaire by the end of January, and they start out with $0. Could it be done? Sure, right? Is it likely? Probably not. And then also something like, maybe you weigh 300 pounds and you're overweight, and I'm going to lose 100 pounds in 3 months. Probably not going to happen. And if you do, it's going to be extremely unhealthy, right? So setting a goal that you can actually accomplish. As soon as you start setting goals that are way too lofty and then you stop, you don't have the ability to accomplish them, it automatically turns inward, kind of beat yourself up. It just kills your motivation, and that's something that I've personally felt in my life, right? So personally, some of the goals, let's say for physical fitness, over the past couple months, I've been incorporating a lot more body weight work, meaning push-ups, pull-ups, dips, things like that, and doing large numbers of them, pretty high volume. And so for the new year, I put that into one of my goals, is that I want to accomplish, in conjunction with my barbell work or gym work in general, I want to accomplish 1,000 push-ups a week, 1,000 dips per week, 500 pull-ups per week, 1,000 lunges per week. Those are a couple of the ones that I put in there. And I know that I can accomplish them because I've done it, right? But I want to keep it throughout the entire year, because I've noticed just doing it in the past, couple months on and off, it feels really good. One of the things that I love about it is that I can literally roll out of bed and start doing push-ups or dips or whatever it is. I have dip bars in my apartment, push-ups. I have my body in a floor, and I have a pull-up bar that's right outside my door. So, I can accomplish that stuff, first thing in the morning or whenever, middle of the night, doesn't matter. And it's really helped me feel a lot better. And so I want to incorporate that also with some heavier dumbbell barbell, whatever, Olympic type lifts and all that kind of stuff in the gym, and squats, deadlifts, bench press, yada, 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 right? So when we're setting goals for ourselves, make sure that we're setting something that's attainable. It's going to take work, but it's attainable. Like I had mentioned before, losing 100 pounds in 3 months is pretty outlandish, but that same person can say, my goal is to get healthier. That's a way better goal to have, right? 10-minute walks. Take a 10-minute walk after you eat. It's super easy to do, right? Extremely easy to do, and it's extremely healthy. Picking healthier food choices, leaner meats, eating more of this meat compared to that meat, right? I'm going to eat more lean red meat and less bacon, whatever. Things along that lines. Eat more fruits and vegetables instead of packaged stuff. All those things are going to go into that overall goal of being healthier. And obviously, when you're healthier, eat healthier, exercise, you're, and obviously you have to have some sort of caloric deficit to lose weight, but for a lot of those people that are overweight, just those healthier food choices are going to help them lose weight drastic amounts, right? And then in some of the other realms, right, working on relationships, right? I want my relationships to be better with my sister and my brother-in-law, right? And so for me, that requires me to reach out more, right? I want my relationship to be better with my best friend, right? So again, reaching out more and, talking openly more with these people. And, some personal some personal, things, in my life, working on things like this that help me mentally, right? Making these videos. Exercise is huge for me in my mental state. If I'm not working out or exercising in some capacity, I don't know how to really explain it, but mentally I just shatter, right? Anything that my thoughts become erratic, my sleep sucks. I'm craving different foods all the time that are probably extremely unhealthy. On down the line it goes. As I mentioned in that intro video, as I've dealt with a lot of really bad depression over this past year, and that plays into it huge. So as soon as I start getting the blood flowing, exercising more, working out more, mentally, it's like a complete 180, super fast too. It's within a couple days. So making sure that I'm doing that all the time. When it comes to the addiction side of things, creating those routines, like exercising, like making these videos, like talking to people. If you go to some type of meeting, going to a meeting, volunteering time, like I mentioned, anywhere that needs it, that takes volunteers, right? And getting outside of yourself for that little bit of time, super huge. So all these things are involved in my goal setting for this new year, right? Some people who don't know a lot about addiction think that once you stop taking in the drugs or the alcohol, things just get better. That's partly true, right? If you're not using drugs and alcohol, a lot of things get a lot better. Mental clarity, holding down jobs, all that type of stuff, right? But you don't just all of a sudden stop craving the drugs and alcohol, or not even craving, just having thoughts of them and remembering getting loaded, and how awesome it was at maybe one point that got you hooked, or the feeling, or whatever keeps you mentally hooked to drugs and alcohol. That doesn't just go away, right? So for me, that's been one of the hardest things. Is I've gotten sober a couple times over the years, and ended up relapsing because of that. I figured when I was done using drugs and alcohol, I'd put them down and I would never pick them back up, because it just wouldn't come up in my head, right? It's extremely wrong to think that way. As soon as you put them down, a lot of the times that's all you think about for the first little while. And once you get your life back on track and start doing things normal as in sober, those thoughts are always in your head. You always remember. And so it's an everyday thing. It's 24/7, right? So you have to keep that in mind. I always have to keep that in mind personally. And like I mentioned in the other video about don't quit today, quit tomorrow. When it comes to mental health, suicide prevention, or just anything in life that you feel like quitting that you probably shouldn't quit doing, don't do it today, do it tomorrow, sleep on it type of thing. It gives you perspective. And it also helps you not do it at that specific time, right? So the same thing in reverse, comes in with addiction, right? If I don't put in today, I have a chance. If I put in today, chance is done. I'm starting over tomorrow. But all I got to last is today. And if you do that every single day, all of a sudden you're sober for however long, right? Can't really think about it like in terms of weeks, months, years. You got to think about it as today, right? I only have today. I got to stay sober today. So when it comes to kind of addiction and setting goals, that's my only goal, right? Addiction wise is to not put in today, right? So I really can't put a goal out for the rest of the year as in regards to that, but I'm just going for not putting in today, and then tomorrow I'm going to try and do the same thing. Again, so to recap, let's all try to put out some sort of goals. One of my other personal ones that I'll share with you is just to be kinder in general, right? To everybody. Just any random person on the sidewalk. I'm a pretty kind person regardless, but I can always be more kind. So that's another one that I have for this year. So let's all make some sort of goals to be a better us this year. Whatever that looks like for you. And I hope everybody has a great day. And until next time, peace.